Hi, everybody. My name is Kirsten. I work as an education advocate out of our Suffolk office. I partner with the Boys and Girls Club in 21st Century to help run an after school program in the afternoons, or I did right before the stay at home orders. The quarantine and the stay at home orders changed my role a lot at first, and I initially panicked. I worried about my students and what was going to happen to them. I had gone from seeing 45 to 60 of my students every single day, knowing what was happening in school, what their teachers had said, how their behavior was, things that were going on in their lives, being able to talk to their parents or catch up with their families when they would come and pick them up almost every day, to not hearing anything from some of them for a week and more. Luckily, I am able to telework. I did have to connect with the families all over again, though. My feedback initially was that they were all overwhelmed. They weren't just hearing from, the school or the classroom teacher. They were hearing from the principal, the counselor, the special ed teacher, their caseworkers, their own mental health specialists, their jobs, their own families. Everybody was checking in with all these resources and all these ideas and wanting to know how they could help, and the parents were just overwhelmed at first. So it did take a little bit of time for them to finally start replying. But after multiple offers of me saying, hey, let me tutor your child for 30 minutes. Let me help them with their homework and everything that the school is sending home. They finally said yes. A lot of them did. I am now tutoring one-on-one virtually several hours a day, Tuesday through Friday. Some of them have reached out and said that they are low on food resources. So Mercy Chefs cooks and delivers food for us to then take to the families on Mondays. So we're constantly checking in with the families. Does anybody else, have you run out of food? Have you run out of supplies? Pretty much every week. So it's a lot of texting and phone calls and sometimes emails, communicating with the families. I think even more than I did when everything was quote unquote normal. We have had to struggle with internet connection. If we wanted to tutor, not all of the families have the ability to get or connect on a tablet, a laptop, a computer. I've had to do several sessions just over the phone, not even really knowing what the student was working on, besides the fact that he was reading a story to me and then having to read the question, read all the answers, and then we would go over the correct answer. So it was a lot of effort to put in initially, but thanks to all the resources that 4Kids has and all of our amazing donors, we were able to get Chromebooks for some of our families that did not have anything. So it's also been a transition for me to tutor virtually. It's not comfortable for me even yet, but my kids, the resilient little things that they are, have been wonderful, just waiting patiently whenever I have to adjust the screen, adjust the volume, find a link for a site if they have a question about something, I have a touch screen on my laptop right now, so trying to figure out, I just made a mistake. How do I erase this without erasing the whole page? But the kids have been amazing. Some of them actually even remind their parents when it's time for them to sign on for their virtual session or their session with their teacher. It's been challenging to keep some of the concentration of the students. They do have life going on around them when they are at home. Not all of them have the ability to go into a quiet room. There could be the TV that's on really loud. Somebody's talking really loud on the phone in the background. Life is just going on. So that's definitely been a challenge, keeping some of the motivation up to complete some of the work has been a challenge. So we've come up with incentives for the children when they get on virtually with us at least once a week, and then they can also prove that they've been completing some of their work assignments. We've been sending out incentives for them. I still worry about some of the ones that I haven't been able to get in touch with, and I continue to reach out to their teachers or counselors to see if they have any feedback or if they've been able to catch up with those students and families as well. It is a huge adjustment, and I worry about how the students and the families are going to react the longer that we are all homebound when they return to school and work. I hope to continue to connect with them as much as possible to help the transition, when it does happen, to our new normal. Things at home have definitely been a change. It was different for me to work from home initially with all the distractions, dogs trying to climb in my lap, my fiance working upstairs, the doorbell ringing for a food delivery. But I think everything's kind of settled into a routine now. It's just definitely challenging each and every day. With the internet might go off, or the students may not respond to their reminder to log on with me. But we are getting through it, and I am just impressed with how resilient my families and students have been through all of this. Not everything's perfect, but they have really shown me how resilient they can be. And I just want, and a lot of that, me being able to do my job comes with all the resources and donors and volunteers and everybody that helps us. It helps me be able to do my job and helping my families better. So thank you for listening to me and all of our changes that I've had to go through, my kids have had to go through during our new normal.